Hello children, today I will explain the lesson A Tribute to Netaji. A Tribute to Netaji. Who is Netaji? Subhash Chandra Bose. So in this lesson we are going to learn some important information about Subhash Chandra Bose. Already you have the lesson about him, right? I want to quit ICS. Do you remember that lesson? It was there in 6th standard, right? Yes. So we have in this lesson some more points we are going to get. Page number 84. So page number 83 you have the pre-reading activity. I think you can go through that and you can know something about Netaji. Okay. Let us start the lesson from first paragraph. In the history of India's freedom struggle, the place of Subhash Chandra Bose is unique. He was the leader who thought of fighting the brute force of the British by armed force. Okay, here in the history, if we see the history of India's freedom struggle, okay, we know very well that once India was under the bondage of British people, right? Once we were slaves to them. But after freedom, after freedom struggle, we got freedom in 1947, August 15th, right? Yes. So everyone knows that. So in the part of that freedom struggle, Subhash Chandra Bose also participated his role as a unique person. And why did he get the name as unique? Why he was unique? Why can we say that he was a unique freedom fighter? Because the one reason we can say that he was the leader. One point is he was the leader. And okay, so many leaders were there. But why he was special? It means that he had the special quality, that is brave. He was very brave and he thought to resist the people, British people, by using the violence method, that is by using armed force. They were so cruel. Brute force means they were so cruel, right? You know very well how they were treating our Indians. Right, but we were struggling like anything and we were using only non-violence method. But one side, this Subhash Chandra Bose, he got the idea to do something against British people by using armed force, physical. Some armed force means some weapons. He wanted to use some weapons in order to get the freedom from British people. That is, underline that, thought of fighting the brute force of British by armed force. Underline that. He had a wonderful organizing capacity. One more quality he has. What is that? He had a how can we organize group of people? That is the one leadership quality. We can say that he has that quality to organize the people. Wonderful organizing capacity. Means how many people should be there in the group, in one group, who need to go and fight against the people, when he need to send. Okay, everything he used to manage it perfectly. That's why he got one more quality, that wonderful organizing capacity. Then another one. He could raise a modern army of about 75,000 men and women. Men and women. Okay, one more greatest thing that he has done is that he could able to raise, means he gathered the people, some men and even women also. He could able to gather some people, men as well as women. About how many people? 75,000 people against British people. He got that idea and he got that inspiration. And not only that, he inspired them with intense patriotic fervor and a burning desire to free their enslaved motherland. Okay, so he was inspiring them. He was making them to think about freedom. Okay, he is just putting the fire in their hearts Don't think the fire means the physical real fire. That burning fire means the passion towards their country, the love towards their country. He was inspiring them. He was keep on pushing them. Okay, we need to get freedom. Why should we work under the other foreigner countries in our country? We should be free from these people. Like that, he was giving some statements and he was inspiring them every time. And he was just filling them with the patriotic fervor. Okay, so in order to make our motherland free from the bondage of British people. So that is about first paragraph. Then let us see the second paragraph. Subhash Chandra Bose belonged to an educated and prosperous family. About his family. Okay, here we can see about his family. So he belonged to which family? A well-educated family, means they all studied. His parents were studied, and also his brothers, sisters who were there. So they all educated people. They are not illiterate people. They are all literated people and prosperous family. So even financially also they are good in position. They are not poor people. Got it? So that is about his family background. Okay, what type of family? Educated and prosperous family he has. And next, about his education. Okay, he was educated in England. Okay, in England, Cambridge, one place is there, Cambridge University. So there he was educated, and also he had traveled widely all over Europe. Okay, entire Europe continent he was traveling there. He went, he visited those places, okay, because of his studies. So that much well educated man he is, and he looked at India from an international perspective. Okay, as he was traveling widely all over Europe, so from that view he began to look at India also. He had seen so many countries in Europe, and he had observed the technology, he has observed the lifestyle, the traditions, how they were living, everything he was observing there. And after coming from that countries, after coming from that travel, so he was looking at our country in that view. Okay, for example, you went to US. After coming from US, here in your village or in Bangalore or any city, if you say, so how your view will be? So you will be searching, you will be expecting what and all that you had in US, you will be expecting the same thing to be here also, isn't it? In the same way, here that man also. So in that perspective means in that view, So as he had a deeply spiritual nature, okay, one more greatest quality is that he is interested in spiritual matters also. Not only country matters or educational matters, but also he is good at spiritual matters also. He is interesting. And his quest for the truth and the right guru had taken him to each and every corner of the country. Okay, he has the desire to know the truth. To know the truth. Maybe he wanted to find a good guru or real God, the creator of heaven and earth. He wanted to know. So that was his desire. So in order to get the information, in order to get the truth for his questions, so he was searching from this corner to that corner in our country. At last, okay, see, at last in his search there was a end. So, okay, at last what did he find? Let me see. At last he made up his mind to follow the teaching of Swami Vivekananda and Aurobindo Ghosh in the spiritual sphere and Deshabandhu Chittaranjan Das in politics. Okay, in the spiritual matters, okay, he decided to follow the teaching of Swami Vivekananda and Aurobindo Ghosh as what? As spiritual leaders. And what about this Chittaranjan Das? So, Chittaranjan Das was his political leader. That is about some information, some introduction part about his education as well as career. And also we have seen his family background also. Well educated family and also well established. Next, let us go to the third paragraph. Subhash Chandra Bose had a special regard for his Muslim countrymen. Okay, he has some special interest and special opinions, special relationship with Muslim people. He had some special perspective towards the Muslim people. Why? What was the reason? Let us see the reason. Some of his ancestors like Mahipati Bose and Gopalnath Bose had held the offices of minister and naval commanders under the Muslim rulers of Bengal. That was the reason. And one more reason is also there. Okay, like ancestor means what? Forefathers, great great grandfathers will be there, like that. Okay, they were all. And also here the quarters in which we lived, he used to say like this. We means what? Subhash Chandra Bose and his family members. Okay, in the quarters, government quarters, they were living. In that quarters, so he says like this. See, says Bose in his autobiography, was prominently a Muslim one, and our neighbors were mostly Muslims. Okay, even all the neighbors will be there, no, they are all almost Muslims only. So like that he got the relationship and he got little bit closeness with the Muslim families. That's why he has the special regard for his Muslim countrymen. And I cannot remember ever to have looked upon Muslims as different from ourselves in any way. Okay, he never felt like that. As a Muslims are different people like that. Okay, he used to treat them equally. He never had that opinion, except in one matter. What is that? They will go to pray in a mosque. That is the only difference that he found in Muslims. Regarding remaining everything is same. He felt like that. Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, birthplace. Where did he born? When did he born? That or not we are going to show in the fourth paragraph. Let us start. Hope you understood the first three paragraphs. Okay. Subhash was born at Cuttack, Odisha on January 23rd. January 23rd, 1897. Okay. Subhash Chandra Bose was born when? At Cuttack. The place called Cuttack. Where is Cuttack? Cuttack is located in Odisha. And when did he born? On January 23rd, 1897. January 23rd, 1897. That was his date of birth. And the date of place is Cuttack, Odisha state. Got it? Then let us see his father and his family members. His father, Janakinath Bose, was a famous lawyer. Okay. Bose was a brilliant student. Underline that statement. What type of student he was? Brilliant student. He was more than intelligent. Okay. His father's name is Janakinath Bose. Who was he? He was a famous lawyer. That's why here I have mentioned in the second paragraph, no, they were well educated people. So here Janakinath Bose, Subhash Chandra Bose's father, was a famous lawyer, not only a normal casual lawyer, but he was famous lawyer. And Bose was a brilliant student. He was a very brilliant, sharp-minded man. And he had very broad-minded views on freedom and other social issues. And his hungry soul was not satisfied with the textbooks alone. Okay, nowadays there is no time to read the textbook itself. Right? Whatever there in the textbooks, we don't want to read. Whatever ma'am says, that much only. But Subhash Chandra Bose was not like that. Beyond the textbooks, he wanted to know so much of information, so much of he wanted to gain knowledge beyond the textbook, out of textbook also he wanted to learn. He was not satisfied with his textbooks. And he was interested in freedom and also social issues. Social issues means some social problems will be there, no? In the olden days, so many problems we used to face. Like for example, girl education. We were not providing education for girls. Child marriages, widow marriages. So, like that, so many problems we faced. After that, social reformers came and they have solved. Of course, some villages, some corner villages if you go, so we may see such type of problems still existing. Okay, we are not able to see those things, but still those problems are there. Definitely, I feel not completely eradicated. Still, we need to work. Okay, that's like that. He had special interest. So, beyond the textbook he wanted to go because he was not satisfied with his textbooks alone. So, we can think how much he read and how much knowledge that he had gained. So, describing his childhood, he said, in my infancy. Infancy means what? Childhood. When he was child, something happened. Let us see what happened. I was brought into touch with English people. Okay, when he was child, at that time he was brought to English people, to talk with the English people and English education and English culture. After that I went back to our culture, both classical and modern. Okay, after that he got the both things. Of course, he could able to get the English education, English culture. Okay, he learned the foreign style because he used to mingle with those people. So, definitely he would have adapted their culture. That is the thing, because of his education. If we talk with English people who was born in England or British or US and all, so if you speak for few months or few days, so you will get their accent. You will talk, you will follow their style, the way how they speak. Okay? So, even we can adapt like that. Naturally, we will get that. And so, in the same way, even he had that. But so, like that, he got the two things, that is classical as well as modern education cultures and all he was adapting.